Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it will be a form of guidance for those who intended or who wanted to study medical laboratory science, but they were denied admissions into the university to study the course. Instead of them to keep trying, or they got frustrated in trying, they decide to go to polytechnic and study science laboratory. In this video, I will be giving you the difference between medical laboratories and science laboratory and what you should do if you are denied admission to study medical laboratories in the university instead of going to study science laboratories in polytechnic. Medical laboratories and science laboratories are different bodies entirely. Medical laboratory focus on medical research and medical testing, while science laboratory, just like a general field of science, they introduce you to everything regarding to science. In science laboratory, you will study chemistry, pure chemistry, organic chemistry, biochemistry, physics, calculus, and statistics. But in medical laboratory, we only focus on things like pathology, histopathology, microbiology in medical laboratories, and the rest. And these organizations all have different body. We have Nigerian Institute for Science Laboratory Technology, which is responsible in controlling science lab. We have Medical Laboratory Councils of Nigeria, which is responsible in controlling medical lab. These bodies are all responsible in issuing license on each of these bodies. NIST, that is Nigerian Institute for Science Laboratory Technology, is responsible in issuing license to those who study science laboratory, while Medical Laboratory, Nigerian Medical Council is responsible in issuing license to those who study medical lab. This video, the main point of this video is to guide you in making the right decisions, because most of the people today who go to polytechnic and study science laboratory thinking that they will work in the hospital or they will work as a medical laboratory science are regretting. So no, these are different bodies. They are different things entirely. Yes, in Nigeria here, they did not recognize science laboratory that much. That is, not as if they did not recognize it, but it doesn't, have your specific laboratories like just the way medical laboratory is everywhere. So, if you study science laboratory, you will not be issued any opportunity to study medical laboratories in the university. If you want to study medical laboratory, you have to start afresh, write JAM, you write post-UME, and if you pass, you meet the cutoff mark by the institutions you want to go. That is when you will be admitted to study medical laboratory, even if you have your HND in science laboratory. Whereas, instead of you to go and study science laboratories in the polytechnic, when you know and very sure that you wanted medical laboratory, these are what you should do. Pick health college form. So instead of you wasting your time in studying science laboratory where you know that you want to work as a medical laboratory, go to health college, pick their form. Health college, their certificate is just like OND and ND. It's equivalent. But this one is just like they specialize on health. So if you go to College of Health, these are the major courses you will find there. We have environmental health technicians, we have public health, we have pharmacy technician, we have medical laboratory technicians, and we have medical laboratory assistant. Anything regarding, we have register nurse. The course often takes 3 years. After you finish and you does not have any issues, because in College of Health, if you have issues, maybe much of carryover, they will withdraw you. It's just like you're in university studying anything related to medicines. If you have issue regarding to much carryover, they're going to pull you off. After you graduate, you're going to write a professional examination. You're going to go for 1 year internship training. That's why you take it 3 years. After that, you take your professional examinations. When you pass your professional examination, they're going to give you license. So if you have this qualification, that is when you'll be admitted direct to study medical laboratory in the university. If he doesn't have this qualification, there is no how they are going to admit you to study medical laboratory directly in the university. So sometimes, instead of you to too much, if you know that your brain does not meet that much capacities, you can just go for College of Health, pick medical laboratory technician form. When you are admitted, you struggle as much as you can to finish your education successfully. With that certificate and your license, you will be admitted directly to medical laboratory science university without going to write JAM or post-UME. But without this, if you like, you have HND, have distinctions in your HND, you will not be admitted to study medical laboratories in the university until you go back and write a JAM and a post-UME. So that is what you need to know. The best way you could do it for yourself, don't go to Polytechnic to study science laboratory. If you know that what you need is medical laboratory, go to College of Health. Look for College of Health. It's all over in Nigeria. In many states in the northern state, they are there. Even Abuja, Gwagwalada is there. Kogi State is there. Almost all the states, even Edo State here, almost all the states, we have College of Health. So when you go to this college, that's the best way. Just like now, if you doesn't get admission to study science lab in the university, you can go to Polytechnic, study science lab. You will get direct admissions to study science lab in the university without writing JAM or post-UME. The same thing is applicable to College of Health. So don't waste much of your time going to say, I must study medical laboratories, because they did not give you admissions. You go to Polytechnic and study science laboratory, thinking that it's the same thing with medical laboratory. Many people make these mistakes. So the main reason that I'm creating this video is just to create awareness for people to be aware that these are not the same. We are in Nigeria here. Nigeria, there's not much, they don't have much interest in science. It's not as if science laboratory is bad. No. If you are good, science laboratory, if you are good in it, maybe you travel out. That's one of the best courses so far. In science laboratory, in the HND, we have microbiology as a branch. You have biochemistry, we have industrial chemistry, we have physics. These are other branches when you get to your HND in science laboratory, the specialties. But so if you have any of this certificate, you are a hot cake when you travel outside of the country, because you can work in any laboratory. But you doesn't have that detailed knowledge regarding to medicine when you study science laboratory, except maybe you take a step further to read ahead of what they taught you in school. But generally, if you study science laboratory, you'll be introduced to all the instruments, you know everything regarding to instruments. That is a well-equipped science laboratory. You're going to know everything, but you might not have the detail regarding to medicine. Whereas in medical laboratory, the branches are, I have histopathology department, I have microbiology department, I have hematology department, and have clinical chemistry department. These are the branch that's from your 400 level. These are these specialty you will choose to specialize on. And after you graduate, you're going to work directly in the bed. Even your NYC, you'll be posted to medical laboratory. They cannot post you outside of medical laboratory. But if you study science laboratory, they will not post you to any hospital or any medical laboratory to work. So that's the difference. But if maybe, for example, now you study science laboratories and you travel out of Nigeria, their own the way of doing things outside Nigeria is different from the way we do things here. So you might be given the opportunity. Like even people that study biochemistry, people that study chemistry, when they travel outside of the country, only thing they just need to take one course or two there to get them qualified to work in the hospital laboratory. Perhaps in Western world, the hospital, there are different branches of laboratories in the hospital. Some specialize in cancer research, some specialize in a lot of medical laboratories there. So that is what you need to do. Don't go and study science laboratory thinking that you work in the hospital. Instead, go to College of Health. If you want to work in medical laboratory, just pick a medical laboratory form. You get medical laboratory technicians. Fill the form. When you graduate, you will be given access where you can apply direct entry to study medical laboratories in the university. Almost Nigerian university will take you, as long as you come out with good grade and you have your license, practicing license. But you cannot get practicing license when you study a science laboratories. You only can get a Nigeria Institute of Science Laboratories license. So that's it. That's what I want to put you through. Some of the people who misunderstood science laboratories and the medical laboratory. And if you're a parent, you have to watch this very well. Don't misconstrue your children. Let them know the reality, because many people have fallen victims of this. So if you find this video useful, please don't hesitate to share and let other people learn from me. Thank you for now, and see you in my next video. Bye.